Good morning and welcome to AusRAIL Plus for 2017. I'm sorry I can't be with you in Brisbane this week, but you're in the safe hands of Darren Broad and his team at the ARA. What an exciting time it is to be in the Australian rail industry. $100 billion is being invested in rail infrastructure around Australia between now and 2030. This is a vote of confidence in the future of your industry. It makes it the most exciting time in the past 100 years to be involved in rail, and you're at the forefront of delivering that investment. As the Federal Minister for Infrastructure and Transport, I was proud to announce a record $20 billion investment during this year's federal budget. This included $8.4 billion for the iconic Melbourne to Brisbane Inland Rail, a $20 million commitment to the Fast Rail business studies, and $10 billion for the National Rail Program. Inland Rail is one of the most significant rail investment projects in Australian history, and you'll be at the front seat to see this project delivered. Australia needs inland rail. Without it, we won't be able to cope with the projected doubling of our nation's freight task. Currently, about 25% of Melbourne to Brisbane freight is carried on rail, and about 75% is carried on road. This project will help to even the ledger by providing a 24-hour trip between Melbourne and Brisbane and making rail competitive against road. We need a strong, reliable and efficient rail industry to address Australia's population growth and our booming freight task. Tomorrow I'll be releasing Trainline 5, which is a statistical update on freight, urban and regional rail. Trainline 5 shows just how significant this growth is. All but one of the Australian capital cities have seen passenger rail patronage growth. Sydney is growing at about 10% per year. Over 1.3 billion tonnes of freight, primarily bulk, are moved on rail each year. And the number of intermodal trains between Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane is growing, again reinforcing the need for inland rail. More growth means more investment in rail infrastructure, and that means more jobs. Rail already provides about 140,000 jobs nationally, and this will keep growing into the future. Its contribution to the Australian economy now stands at about $26 billion. So with all this growth, we need to make sure we get the planning right. I want to recognise the ARA board, led by Bob Herbert and Danny's team, for bringing forward its National Rail Industry Plan. There are a lot of good ideas in the plan, and I look forward to continue working with the ARA on ensuring governments do more to help the industry grow. One of the key motivators of the National Rail Plan, along with our own National Rail Vision, is the rapid rate of change we're experiencing in Australia. And this ties in with the AusRAIL reference theme of rail's digital revolution. Whether it's high-capacity signalling or driverless trains, digital advancement has the potential to make the rail industry even more efficient, even more reliable, and even safer. On a final note, I want to recognise that it is Rail Careers Week this week. You already know how great the rail industry is, and we can all play our part in continuing to sell the story of rail and encouraging more people to choose this great career option. Rail is an industry with a remarkable history, but it's also an industry with a great future. And I'm sure you'll learn more over the next 3 days about the exciting opportunities that lie ahead. Enjoy your conference, and thank you for taking the time to listen to me this morning.